Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Stone Movie Reviews. Today, as you can tell, we're going to be doing the Stone movie review for Godzilla vs. Kong. Yeah. Before we hop into the review, let's go ahead. Let's take a rip. Cheers, my friends. Alright. So yeah, today the Godzilla vs. Kong came out. We're going to be starting off with a non-spoiler part of the review, and then we'll be moving on into a spoiler part of the review. First off, I do want a preference for anyone who doesn't have like a home theater set up or something like that. I would highly suggest seeing this movie in theaters. If you're worried about COVID, you can still have a nice movie experience at home. It's just, I feel like the scaling of this movie would just be so much better if you're in that environment. You got the sound booming and whatnot. I only say this because I'm watching it just with the basic TV speakers and like on a 40-inch TV. So it's not like the biggest TV for like home theater, and don't have like the crazy audio to go with it. Because this definitely was a movie where I feel like the ambiance of like the booming theater and whatnot would have definitely added to the experience. So yeah, I really enjoyed the film. I have to say overall, I did enjoy the film. I just wanted to give out my preference on the whole. I would probably, if you have the availability to, go watch it in theater. It's just the scaling and stuff would be way better than what it was here. IMAX would be fucking nuts, I would imagine. And I still, with watching this movie and everything, if I get the opportunity to, I'm probably going to go watch it in a theater myself. I'm just in an area where it's like I kind of have like a fucking hour drive at the very least to get to a decent movie theater in the area. So it's a little bit less availability for that. But yeah. Overall, I enjoyed the film though. I like that they kept to their guns, like it says here in the little image and whatnot. One will fall. I mean, and I do want to say that, I mean, they came out early on with this movie, and they did say that there was going to be a victor, and I would definitely say there was a victor. Which I was very glad to. And I'm glad that they stuck with their guns on that. I thought that they were probably going to have some BVS bullshit, happen. Luckily, not the case. But, yeah, nonetheless, fucking don't want to get too far. Like I said, non-spoiler. But they did a really good job. The scaling of this whole film from beginning to the end. I mean, like the beginning, like half hour, 35 minutes is probably the slowest bit. But it's not even like that slow. Like there's still like fights and stuff that happen and whatnot within that period of time and whatnot, which I thought was great, because I know a lot of the complaints with like the Godzilla movies and like the Kong movies and stuff, like everyone complains that there's not enough of like the monster and whatnot. I thought Kong did a decent job, personally, myself. I thought that one was really good. King of the Monsters was also really good on that whole ratio. Godzilla, the original one that came out with Bryan Cranston and Taylor Aaron Johnson, I think is his name. That one was meh, because they had the whole fucking, like, it was like so dark throughout that film. Nonetheless, but overall, really did enjoy the movie. Gonna have to give it I did also want to say that I felt like this movie, out of all of them, probably had the most destruction, I would say. I think this one had the most destruction. Even though Godzilla King of the Monsters had quite a bit of destruction, I think this one had a little bit more. I'm not sure though. Let me know what you guys think. I think this one did. It's kind of hard to say though, because Rodan and fucking King of the Monsters was just like flying over fucking places, setting them on fire. So it's kind of it's kind of hard. But yeah. Overall, I have to give this movie a solid. I want to go with an 8. I'm gonna go with an 8 for the genre and everything. I mean, obviously, you're coming into the movie just wanting a big bad fucking Hulk and fight, you know, and everything, and the movie delivers, I think, in that sense. There's some slight plot things in it that I feel like weren't necessary somewhat, but it also is in the grand scheme of things, so it's kind of hard for me to say that it's not, but it seems like it's not at first. I mean, I don't know. But nonetheless, I think I'd give the movie a solid 8. Solid 8. At the very least. Was definitely what I anticipated out of the movie. I kind of wanted, I definitely was not disappointed with the action in it either, for sure. But yeah, take one more cheers for the non-spoiler bit, and then we're gonna get into the spoiler bit. Cheers. All you non-spoiler people, feel free to leave. Goddamn. Alright. For all you spoiler people who have seen the movie, I'm assuming, I hope so. If you haven't, why are you still watching? Get out of here. Go watch the movie. Come back. Rewatch the video. At least this part. Nonetheless. Really really enjoyed the film. I felt like the beginning bit was obviously the slowest part. I mean, they start off with the whole Godzilla invasion at the, what is it, fucking Apex site and whatnot, and, which that was a really cool scene. I thought that was a cool, like, start-off area. I thought, but that was like the one thing that like happened in like that area. Then it goes off, kind of showing us what's going on with Kong and whatnot. And I thought there was really cool like kind of character build up with the one guy. I thought the little coward thing that they did at the end of the movie and whatnot was really funny. That it ended up coming back. The guy character, the guy scientist, definitely had a good like character arc throughout. It seemed like he was, I mean, he was kind of going for it for the right reasons at the beginning. He was kind of getting manipulated a little bit into doing what he was doing and everything. But it definitely had a good character arc, I thought, throughout the film. Um, the fight on the like the battleship or like the, I guess it'd be the aircraft carrier, was a little like lackluster to a degree. I felt like most of it was given away in the trailer. Granted, I mean, you have to show something in the trailer, and I'm glad if they showed anything, it was mainly from that fight. I thought that it was a cool one. The dropping of like the deep bombs or whatever was really kind of questioning to me as to like why. I don't know. Like, if they still wanted Kong to live, like, that seemed like the most questionable decision, considering we've seen fucking Godzilla survive nukes. In fact, just take a fucking nuke just to come back to life. Like that's what Godzilla fucking, he's nutso like that. So, like, they thought that these deep bombs or whatever were gonna do, like, good work on it. Granted, you know, it ended up, you know, working out in their favor. They just ended up acting like Kong was down, except they kind of like looked at each other and could see that one another was alive, I think. Unless he was trying to play dead. I didn't really pay attention. It looked like he was still like moving and shit a little bit when he seen him. That one was kind of like the lackluster one, I thought, fight-wise. The end fight was really good. It was like a solid, like the last, like, hour roughly, is all pretty solid movie, I feel like. When Kong's going down into the center of, like, the earth and everything, and then he's like exploring and stuff. I thought that whole part was actually really cool with the him like fighting those what I want to call them like dragon-y kind of things, and I don't even know what I would even call them honestly, but they it's definitely pretty cool, like flying snake kind of dealios. Definitely really enjoyed that whole bit. That was really cool, kind of like finding all of that. The fucking Godzilla just fucking, you know, just like blowing down fucking a hole through Hong Kong into the center of the fucking earth. Just fucking, like, he got really fucking pissed off apparently. But yeah, the reveal of Mechagodzilla was, I mean, I anticipated it. A lot of info on the internet, you know, a lot of people are finding out like about Mechagodzilla early, and obviously I ended up hearing a little bit about it, so it was kind of, that whole plot point seemed, you know, like it was good. It just sucked that it was like I kind of like knew about it, you know, kind of deal. I really wish it could have been like more secretive, but unfortunately it was like because of that very beginning part with Brian Tyler Henry, I think is his name, and everything, like it was kind of obvious that they were doing the whole Mechagodzilla right from the beginning, with it being like at the Apex site and everything, the advanced technology shit. When they mentioned that like right away in the film, it was like, yeah, okay, they're definitely doing Mechagodzilla. There had to be something. But you know, with what happened in the film, we all know fucking, you know, Godzilla won. Godzilla was the winner of the fight. Makes sense, honestly. I mean, it's kind of like how could someone beat, like, how could Godzilla or Kong beat fucking Godzilla, who literally can shoot a fucking laser out of his fucking mouth and everything? Like, it just it wouldn't have made too much sense if Kong won. I would have loved it if Kong won. I thought they did a really cool job doing the whole fight with Kong and the axe and everything. The axe being like a scale from like Godzilla, it seemed like, or like a Godzilla ancestor or something. And that whole like ritual down in the center of like the earth and whatnot, I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, movie overall was really dope. I enjoyed it. Highly suggest, like I said before, I mean, granted, at this point, hopefully you've seen the movie, and this is a little redundant, but hopefully you should have seen this movie in theaters. I imagine this movie in theaters would have been like, oh, so much better. Granted, like I said, maybe if you have the home theater kind of like set up with surround sound and like a decent like size TV, like I got a 40-inch, like it's not too bad. It's just if it was just a little bit bigger, you know, I'd be able to get just like a better scaling, I think. But nonetheless, it was a solid film. I really enjoyed it. A solid 8 out of 10 I'd have to give it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, boys and girls. I hope we all enjoyed the film. Next movie on HBO Max agenda will be Mortal Kombat. I'll be coming with that one a little bit late. We got kind of like a little thing going on. We're going to be doing that as like a 420 watch along for Mortal Kombat. We'll getting everyone together for 420 and having a grand old time watching some major death, probably, in Mortal Kombat. So, yeah. Cheers, my friends, and yeah. Alright. Peace out.